Hello and the warmest welcome to Best Analysis, BA Football. In this match, Norway lines up in a 4-2-3-1 formation, a well-balanced structure featuring a lone striker up front, three attacking players operating behind him, and two central midfielders responsible for controlling the tempo of the game. This setup allows Norway to maintain organized ball circulation through central areas during possession, while also enabling quick progression into attacking phases through players operating between the lines. At the same time, the presence of two deeper midfielders provides the team with defensive stability against counterattacks, helping maintain balance between attack and defense. It is a structure designed both for controlling the game and for transitioning rapidly into offensive phases. In this scene, we observe Senegal's back four in the defensive phase. Their focus is on maintaining structural discipline and horizontal coverage, aiming to control wide spaces effectively. The ball is on the right flank, and Norway is attempting to progress into the attacking phase from this side. At this moment, an important gap opens up between Senegal's left back and central defender, caused by poor coverage and a lack of coordination in their defensive shift. Norway identifies this space and targets it through an overlapping run from the wide player, attempting to exploit the overload on the flank. Although Norway successfully penetrates into an effective half space behind the defensive line and gains a clear view on the penalty area, the final shot lacks the required quality, and the ball sails over the crossbar. In this scene, the ball is on the left flank, and Norway delivers a cross into the penalty area, directly involving their target striker Erling Haaland. This attacking pattern is built around quick, purposeful deliveries designed to maximize the striker's aerial dominance and physical presence. At that moment, Senegal's defensive marking becomes careless, allowing Haaland to occupy a semi-free position inside the box without sufficient pressure, something that is a major risk against a striker of his level. He uses this space effectively, positioning himself between Senegal's two center-backs and timing his movement perfectly to attack the delivery in a dangerous area. In the end, Haaland's attempt travels between the two center-backs, highlighting how even a brief lapse in marking against the central forward can place an entire defensive structure under severe pressure and create a serious scoring opportunity. In this scene, Senegal's back four is trying to maintain its compact structure under Norway's attacking pressure. However, during the clearance, a poor defensive intervention prevents the ball from being fully cleared out of danger, leaving it around the edge of the penalty area. What follows is a lack of responsibility from the left back in dealing with the second ball, combined with a delayed reaction on the rebound. This gives Norway the opportunity to regain position. In such situations, when the defensive structure is still reorganizing, Norway intelligently maintains pressure and immediately takes advantage of the chaotic space in front of the box by shooting. Ultimately, the shot finds the net after defensive disruption and Senegal's failure to secure the second ball. In this scene, Norway defends with a compact and numerically strong structure. With a strong occupation of central areas and excellent coverage between the lines, they effectively close down Senegal's build-up options and minimize penetration through central channels. This defensive compactness makes it extremely difficult for Senegal to create chances through ground passes. As a result, Senegal is forced to rely on crosses to break down this compact block, a direct method often used against deep defensive structures to deliver the ball into the penalty area. However, Norway's high concentration in protecting key zones and their strong numerical presence in dangerous areas ensure these deliveries face heavy resistance and rarely turn into clear chances. This reflects Norway's defensive discipline against direct pressure. In this next scene, Norway once again demonstrates its defensive strength, a compact, organized, and numerically strong structure that transitions extremely quickly after regaining possession. This recovery at the perfect moment immediately triggers a dangerous counterattack, where Norway enjoys a 4 versus 2 numerical advantage, creating a golden attacking opportunity. The ball reaches the space behind the defensive line while Senegal's structure is retreating and clearly disorganized. Haaland controls both space and timing brilliantly, arriving in the final zone before finishing clinically to score. In this scene, despite operating against a dense and compact defensive structure, Senegal produces a moment of outstanding individual quality and vision, with a space extremely limited and Norway's defensive line tightly organized to block the central penetration. One Senegal player shows excellent awareness and manages to find a tiny pocket of space to receive a line-breaking pass. Once he receives the ball between the lines, Norway's defensive structure becomes briefly destabilized. Receiving in the space between midfield and defense is often the starting point for breaking compact blocks. At the same time, another Senegal player makes a supporting run from the strong side, stretching the defensive line and improving the attacking structure. Then, with a quick and intelligent decision, a pass is played into the defensive channel or into the deep, wide space near the box. This movement and the stretching of Norway's defensive shape create a brief moment of instability between defenders and attackers, opening a shooting lane. In the end, the move is completed with Senegal's first goal. In this scene, Senegal's fullback tucks too far inside toward the central defensive area, slightly exposing the wide zone. However, the bigger issue comes from Senegal's defensive winger, where pressure on the ball carrier is not properly applied. This lack of coordination allows Norway to access a through ball behind the defensive line on the right flank. The ball is quickly delivered into the penalty area, aiming to capitalize on the presence of attackers in dangerous zones. Senegal's defenders initially manage to clear the ball, but the clearance is neither complete nor convincing, and the ball falls into the second ball area. This rebound allows Norway to regain position and sustain attacking pressure. With strong numbers around the box and excellent second ball organization, Norway delivers a sharp and precise cross toward Erling Haaland. Using excellent positioning and elite finishing ability, Haaland scores Norway's next goal. In this last scene, Norway sets up with a deep, compact, and numerically strong defensive line near the penalty area, attempting to completely shut down penetration routes. Despite this, Senegal continues applying direct pressure through crosses into the box, looking to exploit the crowded area in front of goal. Following one of these deliveries, Norway's defenders failed to coordinate properly during the initial clearance, and the attempted clearance does not fully remove the danger. This creates a brief moment of defensive instability, where both teams aggressively compete for the second ball. Amid the chaos and congestion inside the penalty area, Senegal reacts more sharply and manages to gain position in a dangerous position. Eventually, with a decisive final touch in the middle of the defensive chaos, Senegal scores their second goal. Thank you for watching. See you next time.